Hi everyone, it's Scrappy Kathy here with day one of Scrap Squad's 12 Days of Christmas Lifts. And I've kind of assembled some stuff here. As I film this, I'm still struggling with my eyesight, so it kind of hurts to look for things on the fly because I have to look at all different distances away from me. But this is the original. What I'm taking from this is that it's got these strips on the side or a piece underneath and a white background thing, some embellishments like a doily and a wreath and a piece of scrap paper over here by the photo, and tags. Some with ties and some without. So, and what I love about this is it's kind of non-traditional Christmas colors. You've got the trees that are a nod to Christmas. It isn't specifically a Christmas layout. It's kind of a fun in the snow sort of a layout. And I love that about it. So for this series, the 12 Days of Christmas Lifts, I'm going to take the opportunity to scrap a bunch of photos from Christmas week that we spent in Copenhagen in 2001. And I've scrapped one or two. I know I've scrapped the outdoor concert a couple years ago, but I just recently came across some of the other photos. There's one getting off the train at the Louisiana Art Museum that I've scrapped because it's a really cute picture of my husband. But I hadn't scrapped some of the other photos. So for this one, this is just a view downtown, and there were these garlands with these big red hearts, and you can see them as you look down the street. So I kind of love this photo. And you see how many people there are out in the streets just with their families, and it was bitterly cold, kind of that damp sort of cold that you just want to go inside and snuggle by a fire. But these people were friendly and greeting each other and greeting us, and we were strangers, of course. And it was just a really wonderful, wonderful scene, wonderful feeling there. So that's the photo I'm scrapping here. I've got these red strips of paper. Let me see if I can tell you what collection that's from. It is, nope, that's the blue paper that I'm using in the next layout. I don't have that. These must be scraps from, I don't know. You may recognize it from a couple years ago. And all of these tags were cut from 6x6 pads, and I apologize. I've put everything to clear the table for filming. I've put things aside, and I can't see them well enough to know what to go to get. So I've fussy cut out of one of those 6x6 pages. I fussy cut this wreath, and I'll just use the part of it. I'll kind of tuck it under like that. And I have this other wreath. I cut it in half, and I'll use the other half on the next page that I do. I've got from that blue paper, I've fussy cut some tickets or little tabs, labels. I've got some, I had the embellishments I'm working with are this pack of ephemera. I think it's from Cartabella, and they're kind of antiqued, kind of distressed and inked on the outside, so they're not bright modern kinds of images, and that's okay for the couple pages that I'm going to do next. I've got this paper. Let me put my readers on, and I'm going to fussy cut these two buildings. I cut out the other part of the row of buildings there for another page. But I want to get this little blue building here. And I'm maybe gonna use it in here. Let me put some foam on it. I just saw this piece that I had discarded, or had in the pile to be discarded, or I'd put it aside, and I decided I may be able to squeeze it in. So I'm gonna clear all this off and start putting things together. I have a couple Bramble Fox perspectives. This one's going to be part of my title, and this is a little, it's a mug, and for purposes of this page, it's a mug of Gluck, which is spelled like grog. So, and it's wonderful, dangerous stuff, and everyone was enjoying it up and down the streets. It was a popular, okay, let me see if this is long enough. Yeah, that should work. I'm hoping that I get glasses and can see normally in the next few days. I may distress that depending on how it looks when I put it together. Okay, the white paper that I'm using looks like plain white paper. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's embossed. Again, I forget what line that is. I think I have the packaging here in the trash. It's a Heidi Swapp embossed cardstock, and these are not holiday or Christmas sayings. They're just about sunshine and happiness and hope and dreaming and adventures and so forth. But I thought it would be pretty for this page. I'm pretty sure I got that in a Mind the Scrap kit. That looks like something Emma would include. So for this strip, and I'm pretty sure most of the Christmas supplies I have gotten in the last few, anything that's halfway new. Yeah, that'll work. Would have come in a Mind the Scrap kit. And throughout this series, I'm determined to use my existing stash of Christmas supplies. This is always my big opportunity to use up my Christmas supplies. And I love having the lifts to go by. I apologize for how long this is taking me. That might be something that I should have done beforehand. Okay, not good there. It's not on straight, so let me get that straight. Okay, now I can mount that. That still isn't quite where I want it to be. This is terrible. I apologize. Okay, now I'm going to do this, lining it up with the blue. I thought a navy blue background would be good. This again is not lining up, and if it doesn't line up with those little zigzags, it will really show, and that means that it's not here. Let me line that up. 1, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down. Is that right, or is that too far up? And I'll just have to trim that navy. Things are, say they're 12 by 12, and sometimes that's not what size they come out. They're 2 down, 2 down, 2 down. I'm getting, that's on there crooked. I apologize again, because it's so hard. I have double vision, so you can imagine how hard it is for me to get just the right number of those down. Okay, there. I'm gonna call that it. I'm gonna start putting the tags, and I'm not gonna get real sophisticated here, other than I do want a little bit of foam kind of up at the upper part, so that it it has some dimension there. And I'm gonna assume this one was the next one. I'm gonna put that one, I ought to dry fit them. Let me do that. Okay, that's not good. I can bring that down a little bit. I, again, apologize for as I'm doing the pre-work for these, I'm always afraid I'm doing too much, and there's not going to be much to do in the video, but silly me, yeah, there is. And here, and I didn't draw pretty bows. Like they did. It was just too hard. Okay, so I've got this. I debated whether to maybe go over that with some ink, so that you could see, so that that was a little more visible, but I decided against that. So I'm going to place the doily here and let me kind of see. I think I'm going to put this kind of cattywampus on that backing. Or do I really want it? I'm going to go cattywampus. That, and I'm going to grab a scrap of this red paper, kind of sort of reminiscent of this, and then that's where I think I'm going to use the building that I cut out. Excuse me. Okay, there, and I'm going to, well, I'll maybe bring this over. My doily is obviously larger than theirs, and that's okay by me. I happen to like a doily element that kind of stands out. I'm gonna have this here because I think I have enough elements to go over here to make that interesting. Okay, and I like this little, I fussy cut this from a 304 card. On the other side of this. So let me get this on here. I normally might put some foam behind that photo. I'll do it so the photo is parallel, as if my eyes can do that. Okay, that's down. Now, let's do, I don't know when to take my glasses off and put them on. I'm thinking I can do the rest of this without them. I'm going to do this kind of like that, overlapping just right there. And then I have kind of a trio of elements here. I'll do this one here, this one here, and then these guys down here. I'm going to have them so that you can just see the colors and not the images that are on them, because the images are not the important part. Let me get this down in another spot. And at some point, that's actually two layers. I'm going to maybe do it this way and this way. This way. Is that really how I want to do that? Let me just get one of them down and see how that works. maybe have this go right in here. If I can. Okay, that works for me. Now I have another, I've got this little guy right here, and I kind of want that to go there, and then we'll see where the cup needs to go. I just heard a rustling, and I know everyone is asleep, so that was a little strange. I had a squirrel jump on a table that's just right outside on the deck. I've got this that can go right in there, but I might prefer it to join do that, and then I'll let this one bridge this gap. If I do that, maybe that's where the cup can go. Yeah, I like that, because it kind of gives me a better bridge here. I kind of created an uncomfortable bridge, but there's one in the original, and that bothered me about the original, so darned if I don't do it myself. I'm gonna stick it under there. Is that, can I actually do that? There we go. And I'll put a little glue on this. And we're almost done, other than some, I have in mind some Nuvo drops and some white ink splatters, maybe. Okay, that works there. Now I thought I'd have the title right across here. Warm Hearts, Cold Nights. And I have this journaling block, which I think I'm going to, I thought about cutting it into strips and placing it, but maybe not with my current eye situation. Maybe that might not be a great idea. There's another building there. Okay, where do we want to go? Maybe bridging across, I guess I should not have it upside down, right? Bridging across these, tags, or down here under the title. I think that might be better. Okay, and let me get this adhered here. Well, I want to be sure that the heart has a chance to go up in that little guy there. And I think this is going to work. And literally these two pieces of ephemera depict what we saw on the streets of Copenhagen. Let me okay. I like it. Now, I'm going to take a couple different blues. This blue is in the photo. And I've got this kind of midnight dark blue, and then this pretty blue. This blue is also in that photo. So I'm just gonna add a few drops. Let me make sure I have a test piece of paper. This will get cut off of here before I put it on the back. And I haven't done Nuvo drops since being blind, so I'm thinking I need to use my readers for that. That seems to be okay. Let me get, I'll do something here. And let's go up here. I'm gonna do it here. I want to do them on the white background, and then I'll do white on the navy background. So here, let's test that. There. So I've mixed up lots of different shades of blue here. Hopefully not too much. I actually had more concern about adding in the green colors than I did about mixing the blues. Okay. There. And now, instead of splashing ink splatters, I'm going to just kind of draw them in with my white pen. My white ink is usually opaque enough for this to look nice, but I really wanted the ink only on the navy blue, and I didn't do it beforehand, so this is kind of what I'm left with. Okay, I think I've got it. On my next navy blue page, I will... Okay, so I've got my photo with the wreath, and I've just messed with my test Nuvo drops. And the white paper in the center, I think it's a faithful reproduction, and it depicts a scene and tells a story that that is definitely worth remembering. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Magical, I'd say. And I'm so happy we went, and happy to have a chance to remember it and relive it on this page. And is that straight? Yeah, it's okay. When I lifted it up, it kind of tilted, but I think it's okay. All right, so thank you for watching, and be sure and check out Scrap Squad's Facebook page, where they'll be posting every day for the first 12 days of December, a new lift every day. And Shannon Allor, my partner in crime in Challenge Accepted, is doing a video every day, as is Keely Brennan, who's one of the Scrap Squad team. So I'll put their links in my video description box so you can go see their versions of this same lift if you so choose. And I hope you enjoy these first 12 days of December and every day thereafter. Thank you for watching. Bye.